What's up, everyone? So we're on season 7. This is the Lilith kill on my rogue. I'm using Dance of Knives build. It's pretty powerful with bosses. Like I melt them. It's heavy on the stagger too. You'll see it when she comes back down in the second phase. But yeah, it's basically you use your ultimate move, Dance of Knives. If you're fighting the boss, you put your caltrops down, and you always want to make sure you have Dark Shadow for the extra damage. I'll go over the build after we kill her here. But look how fast we stagger her here when she comes back down. This build with the pit, man, I actually struggle a little bit with this build. It only goes up to 105 pit, so it's not the best build. It's like an off-meta build, like I said. But we're hitting into 20 billion. I think my highest was 60 billion crit, which is kind of ridiculous still. Yeah. Stagger is pretty insane. When you spin, you get extra movement speed, so you move faster. The only thing, I was killing her quick this season, and she kind of, this boss is fucking stupid. It glitches out. Like, we're on the last platform, and she's like basically 1% for so long here, but she's basically dead right now. But of course, you have to go through the whole fight. This is a wonky boss fight. Like, she'll come back down here, and I'll probably stagger her again, I think. Yeah. And then, honestly, I would think you'd kill her after the stagger, but she does her stupid move still. But, usually, if it's done correctly, you don't get all this. She should be dead. Now, I just don't understand. Like, I stagger her again. It's kind of ridiculous how she's not dead, but the build's pretty simple. You also use stealth with this, so when you stealth and come out, whatever move you use is guarantee a crit. And with the runes you use, it's drink 2 health potions, then you stop and use your move, and then you do increased damage with that as well. I'll go over the build in a second here. Alright, and I'll show you my build here. So you want Cal Nameless. You want to try to get as much as you can with Tricks of Attack, Mastercraft. Shroud of Death, you want all stats here, Mastercraft into that. Almost got 4G on these Fists of Fate. Of course, it's not attack speed there, but I got 3 Mastercraft in that. 1 Graded Affix would have been more of that, though. It's crazy. So these pants, you want to increase damage on days for your imprint. Helps with the total armor here, freeze. But let's go into dexterity here. I could use better pants. Alright, for the boots, you want to go get the Dance of Knives ranks. And you want to try as best to get as much as you can Dance of Knives. Also, increase damage to Frozen Imprint. For the weapon, now we're going to go Cutthroat Attack Speed and Dance of Knives. That's where you want to, what do you call that, tampering into. You can fool around with that, but you want at least 1 in Dance of Knives. And if you want to try, go Attack Speed, Cutthroat 2 times. This is really hard to tamper it. Same thing with the weapons, right? Cutthroat Attack Speed, chance to Shadow Clone damage. So there's like 2 columns. Apparently they explained it to me. You can get 100% regular attack speed, and then there's a different column for Cutthroat Attack Speed. And I was a little confused because it didn't feel like much difference, but it's actually there. So your Cutthroat Attack Speed is different from your regular attack speed. Man, there's like 2 separate columns for those, which I don't know why I don't put it in the game, but yeah, we do damage per Dark Shadow here for tampering and Shadow Clone, cooldown reduction, attack speed, Mastercraft. Same thing with the necklace, Shadow Clone, Dark Speed, or Dark Shroud damage. This neck could have been better. I need a skill on it. I've been lacking on the greater affixes. Show you my gems here. You drink 2 healing potions, and then you deal increased damage. And then you can pair that with stealth, by the way, for crit. Same thing with this. You spend non-basic skill, and then you get 1+ the skills overall. This is my witchcraft powers here. The witchcraft powers are kind of interesting. There's a lot of switching with this build going on when it was first coming out. This grow one's important though, and you want to get the gem that increases this growth and decay powers. You know, I should show you my gems. And then your Vengeful Spirit Servant. It used to be the flower one before this one, but we kind of switched up. Like I said, this is off meta build. I usually take a build and then put a spin on myself, but I'll be honest with you, this build is good for bosses, but you don't want to push pit with it. I'll show you guys the pit run after all this. I'm gonna show you guys my mercenaries. Basically the same. I feel like I wonder if everyone uses the same mercenaries. This is attack speed one when you use we paired it with stealth here. Or you see I'm using stealth. Well, the same shit. But yeah, you gain when you use that move. You gain attack speed. I think I only got my glyphs to like level 90 here. I'll show you my glyphs real quick, and I'll also put down the D4 build for you guys so you can look at it. It's not even fully done yet because he only went to like whoever made the build only went to like 240 points, and you have to do the rest yourself. So I'm still trying to figure out where I can put the extra points, which I do in crowd control basically. But yeah. So with this build, you kind of want to go, when you're spinning with your dancing knives, you don't want to be too close to enemies. You want to make sure that you're in your aura, but at the same time you don't want to be too close, because I'll show you right here. So my attack speed is 97.8. Of course that'll be 100% once you use your concealment ability with your mercenaries. But there's two columns with that, right? Like I'm showing cut through attack speed. That's different from the attack speed I just showed you in my my journal there. At least that's how I read online. I did some research on it. Apparently there's two different columns for this, which I don't know why they just don't put it in the game if that's the case, right? It's kind of confusing. But yeah, critical strike damage is your highest probably, and then I'll show you the rest here. So see, damage close to damage versus close at 68%, damage versus distance 235. That's why you want to kind of be a little far away when you're starting to spin, but you just want to make sure they're in your aura as well for your witchcraft powers. Yeah, I'll show you a real quick pit run. Alright, so this is a pit 95. It's basically one like the best pit run, like a good farmable spot for me. So you're mostly going to be freezing your enemies and stunning them, and then you're going to use your ultimate skill and then just destroy them with crits. But the problem that lacks with this build is I don't think there's enough dancing knives coming out of your guy, and I think that sucks for AoE when you have a bunch of mobs. And it also, like, you see how certain mobs have the purple aura around them, or the ability on them. That's also a problem for me as well, because you want to focus those down first, because they make sure you can't do that extra damage to enemies. Like those are the resistant ones, right? And if they're up, you can't do any damage to the other mobs around them. And that's the problem I have with this build. I feel like it's not enough knives going out, and it's really hard to push like this. But like I said, you're freezing them, ultimate skill. You're resetting your ultimate skill when you drink 2 potions, then you use an attack after that. It takes all your energy away, but it also reduces the cooldown of your abilities. So you want to make sure you pick up your healing potions. And you can use the healing potions when you're at max. So use 2. The second part is you have to stop, then use your attack. And you kind of, with this build, it's like when you stop, you also lose dancing knife stacks. And I also run into problems with that as well. Like if I stop spinning or moving, you run out of charges, and then you're kind of flat with damage. It's a tricky build, right? And all it's simple because you're just spinning and shooting daggers, ultimate skill, right? But drink 2 healing potions, stop. And then you use your Dancing Knives ability, and then you reset. It basically does a lot of damage, like you get initial 1-hit damage boost, and then it resets your cooldown about 50-20 seconds for your ultimate skill. Now your goal is here is you always have your ultimate skill up, which is your Shadow Clone. It's that guy you see that pops up sometimes here. Okay, I'll show you in a second. I'm about to use it. There he is. It's like that glowing white guy. And he's pretty big because of your witchcraft powers. But 95 is a good farmable spot for this build. I think I can get to 100. It's maxed out 105, they're saying, on the D4 build site. But I'm not really sure how to tinker it, play with it, see if I can do more damage with it. Like right here, this is the problem when they're all bunched up, and you can't really kill that resistant mob. It takes forever sometimes. And you want to see how I stop spinning, because I wasn't moving enough. I feel like if I'm moving, it should count towards the yards, but it's something weird with that movement part thing. Because it seems like you have to move a great distance for it to actually count. So the build's a little tricky. It's a little like wonky, but I don't know. It's something different, right? I feel like last tier I went Spiritborn. It was pretty overpowered. You know, it's doing 115 hits with it. It was easier. This has a little. You have to put a little bit more moves into this one. Drinking the health potions and using it to reset your cooldowns. You can use your call drops here. I don't recommend doing it unless you're fighting a boss because you're stopping when you use that, and of course you lose stacks against the nines when you do that. So I kind of recommend you not using it when you're running into pit mobs. At least that's how I feel when I'm doing it. So if I stop a real quick second and we have 2 charges of against the knives, we're gonna flatline. We have to wait for the cooldown to go off. But I just recommend you keep spinning. Drink your health potions. You're already gonna stop already to use your Dance of Knives ability. So really the combo is, I'll show you on the boss. It's basically you drink 2 health potions, you stop, use concealment, then you use Dance of Knives for that extra damage hit, and then your cooldown gets reset. That's basically your whole rotation, right? And the ultimate skill, Dance of Knives. Drink 2 health potions, stop, concealment, use Dance of Knives for an initial hit of big damage, and then your cooldown's reset. That's why you want to kind of, make sure your Dark Shrouds are always at 5. I think I have 5 or 6. I think it's 5. Each Dark Shroud, you have up like that gives you damage. That's where we tempered into. But I think it's damage per Dark Shroud. So you want to have all of them up. And that also works with the cooldown thing with your rings. And we're hitting pretty hard. Like it's not a shit build, but at the same time it's nothing like random arrows. I think they're pushing 130 hit. This is maxed out 105. I honestly don't mind the spin. Look, I stopped here next to the spin because I kind of got walled here. I don't know. It's a weird build, but at the same time, I don't mind it. It's not the best. I really don't want to. When I think of rogue, I think of melee, right? I don't think of range. So I don't have my abilities up here, so we're not going to burn them right away. But look how fast we stagger these bosses. So you also want to make sure you have potions up for this boss, because, like I said, you drink 2 health potions, you stop and use your Dance of Knives ability. You do hit pretty hard with that, with the rune special. But we're burning them. It's not like fucking Blood Wave Necro, right? But, you know, it's something different. I think after 3 staggers, the boss takes forever to stagger after, so that's why it takes forever to stagger him now. So your crowd control doesn't do as much. But, I mean, we're still melting him. Yeah, that's it. That's the build. Like I said, it's not the best, but it's, you know, it's kind of fun. If you're looking for something that's easy and strong, this is not it. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. And this is my Season 7 video. I think next video you'll see I'll be Season 8 Lilith. I don't know what I'm going to play yet. But yeah, I'll see everyone later.